Hello, good evening, and welcome to Off Track Small Talk. Tonight, I'm going to be chatting to a driver who is making the switch to Briscoe Formula One in 2023, and that driver is from Formula 2's and Rob Mitchell. Evening, Rob. You all right?
Yeah, good. Thanks. Are you?
Right, yeah. I'm looking at the snow out the window. That's what I'm doing at the moment, as well as talking to you.
Oh, thanks. Must be interesting.
I know, but you've got my full interest now because it stops snowing. So, right, but you and I first spoke at Bradford towards the end of last season, and your son Ray was doing the shootout draw in the middle, and I was like, "What's your thoughts about coming into Formula One?" And your wife was like adamant. She was like, "No, he's definitely not doing Formula One." So, what's changed? Anything?
My wife still don't want us to do Formula One, but she's coming round to it, hopefully. I don't know. I have Austin Moore work for us a little bit and help us out of a night, and we got talking and we decided we were going to build Austin a Formula One, and then we were going to do a car swap. He was going to have a go in my F2, I'd have a go in his F1. I had a go in his F1. Liked it more than I thought I was going to. And then sort of decided, yeah, we're building one for Austin, we'll build one for me, and yeah, things have sort of escalated from there.
And did your wife kind of know about this conversation, or is it just like you take it down the shed one night and was like, look what I've done?
Well, I raced the October meeting at Bradford,
Yes.
and I did all right. Enjoyed it. Everyone were asking me that now, are you coming to do it? Are you coming to do it? And I said, no. If I do, I'll just borrow Austin's every now and then, and do it that way. And then, so Saturday night, went home, went to sleep. Sunday, woke up, and I just thought about it more and more through day. And then by Sunday night, I didn't. I usually sleep really well, and Sunday night I didn't sleep too well, and I was just thinking about what we needed to do to get in a position to sort an F1 out. So yeah, a bit sad really.
It's nice. It's a good thing to do at night. I like it. So people watching this will absolutely recognise the name from Formula 2. You've been pretty successful in recent years, Red Superstar, and I guess also Formula 2 forms a bit of your day job as well, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It's part of his business. We build a few Formula 2s, repair a lot, supply a lot of parts to sort of your racers, supply parts to car builders as well, and have uh, an online website where we sell a lot of stuff and mail order, and yeah, and then we do general fabrication as well, and just whatever we need to do to pay bills, really, whatever comes through to her.
Yeah. So will the switch to Formula One be full time, or will you do both? What's the kind of the initial thoughts?
Um, I've not raced as much in recent years anyway. Um, we don't build as many cars as we used to, so I don't think it's as relevant for me to be racing just as much. So I might race F2s a little bit whilst I'm building this Formula One, but not a great deal, and then just see how it goes. Really, it was just something I want to do. I want to build an F1, and that's what we're doing.
Good. I mean, you're not going in completely blind. You raced 5 meetings back in 2013. There's an orange car. I remember you in it, and also your dad didn't he race a John Lund car as well at one point?
That's
So
right.
you have kind of got a bit of background in Formula One.
Yeah, got a bit of background. Still don't know what I'm doing, but we'll get there.
So what were those 5 meters? Did you buy that? Because I remember the orange car. It kind of stuck in my mind. And is that something you bought?
Yeah, I bought that car. I that were another one that I didn't really tell wife about, and I come home and she says, "What's up with you?" And yeah, I told her, and she's like, "Oh right." But at the time, we were building quite a few F2s. Bellevue and Stoke were our local tracks, and at most meetings we'd have probably like going towards half at field were in our cars, so it was quite important that I raced and were there supplying parts, whereas it's not quite like that anymore. Tracks aren't just as local, and not everyone's in our cars.
Yeah.
There were quite a lot of northern drivers that had our cars at the time, so it were quite. I needed to be there and supporting and showing, you know. Whereas now we don't just have as many cars, so I don't think it's as much of a need.
Yeah. So was that the reason why you just did that sort of brief spell in the Formula One? Was actually I can't do both.
I can't do both. At the time, my brother were racing F2s as well, and Bart were racing them as well. He worked for me. So yeah, three of us racing F2s worked quite well. Me buying an F1 made it awkward. They're a lot bigger. Yeah, you need a full team, not just go and mend it yourself sort of thing.
Yeah. And did your dad? I remember your dad racing because it's John Long car, and I remember your dad racing. Did he do much with that? And it kind of got sold on, didn't it? Is that right?
Yeah, me and Chris probably didn't show that much interest in it when he were ready for giving up. So he sold that. I don't remember what happened now. I think Gary Fox had it,
Right.
but none of it. He couldn't fit in it, or his lads, and it ended up. I think they cut roof off a little bit and never finished it. And I think it might be in the hands of James Billows now. That car.
Okay.
Possibly.
We don't know. So we talk about Formula One, and when we do these interviews, we kind of go, right, you're coming to Formula One, and we do like a new car review, but we're not there yet. We're still in build, as you've described. But I thought it'd be good at this point just to kind of do a bit of some build pictures, and that'd be quite interesting for people. So we're going to show those now. So, Rob, you said you were building the Formula One alongside Austin Moore. So is there two in your shed at the minute, and you're both kind of working simultaneously with them?
No.
We
were building one for Austin, and then we were going to build one for me at the same time.
Yeah.
And I thought, let's just build one and get it right first.
Yeah.
We decided it's going to be mine. Yeah. And depending on how well this goes, Austin might not want one by the time we're finished.
And so, you said, like, at the beginning, you've built loads of Formula 2s. This is very different. So is it something you and Austin are doing together and like getting a bit of advice off him, or you're seeking advice from others? Kind of how are you going about the build?
All of what you just said, really. Austin's got input. I've got my own ideas, not many, but a few. And then we've looked at other cars and spoke to other people and try and learn from other people's mistakes. We get a lot of Formula One drivers coming, buying parts off us, so I just kind of bend their ear, try and get a bit of information off everybody and see what suits, sort of thing. And to be fair, a lot of people have been helpful.
Yeah. So you're like, you can have 10% off, but come here and look at this. What do you reckon about that? Is that how you go about it? Oh, it's a great way to do it.
Just like that, but without the 10% off.
Give them a cup of tea instead. It's cheaper.
Yeah, you can have a brew, yeah.
In the last couple of seasons, there's been quite a few notable names coming from Formula 2 into Formula 1, and it's not really happened so much before, but recently it seems like there's a few more people coming in. You've had Jake Walker, Luke Wrench, Daniel Ford. Why do you think that is? There's a sort of bit of a shift into Formula 1 from Formula 2 at the moment.
I don't know, really. They've probably all got their own reasons. It's just something I want to. I've done Formula 2's 20 years now, so they're just ready for something different. I'm not saying I'll never go back to F2. Just have to see how it goes. I'm really enjoying building this and see what bit of a new challenge, really. So yeah.
So are you coming into Formula One with any aspirations? I mean, you did very well in Formula 2. You've done very well in Formula 2. Are you coming in with like, I want to achieve this? Or is it more about the build and getting a car that you've built on track and going well?
Really enjoying building it. Don't know if that's something we want to push going forward. It depends. We've spent a lot of time on this car. It took ages. So it's whether it'd be viable to try and push it as a product to sell or parts or whatever. I don't know. I'm not. There's already loads of people in there in F1 doing that, so that's not really, a massive aim. We're busy. We're trying and get a working, not just stock cars, but other general engineering. So it's not about that really. I just want to have a go and enjoy myself. I'm not bothered. I'm not aiming for any roof colour or wins or whatever. Just if I can be mediocre like I'm in F2s, I'll be happy with that.
Set the bar higher, Rob. Set it higher. What grade are you coming in at? What grade are you coming in at Formula One in?
I don't know. I raced yellow last year, so I don't know what I am.
And what number you having?
95.
Yeah, good. So like in terms of the winter, it's always quite long. Like it's snowing outside. What are you looking forward to about the stock car season starting? Is there anything in particular kind of I can't wait because of? Is it?
To be fair, we've been really busy over winter, so we've not had a chance to do this car that much. I'm just, I think we'll go a little bit quieter, and we might be able to sneak one or two days on this F1 and get it a bit nearer to being finished.
Yeah. Are you setting yourself a target of when you want to be on track, or is it just as and when we get it done?
It's probably going to be June sometime, something like that. I want to do it right. I bought a car like a donor car for the engine and the gearbox and the back axle, and we're just going to put it all in. Whereas thinking about a bit more, want to get the engine looked at, want to get gearbox rebuilt, and you don't want to put in something in and then having to take it out. And
no.
I've done all that when I was younger and with no money, and you just try and bodge things along, and it costs you just as much in the long run and takes more time because you're taking engines in and out, stuff like that. So we're gonna get it looked at, and then hopefully it can go in and stop it.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It comes, like say, with experience, doesn't it? We've been there, we've done that, and learned from your mistakes. So
yeah, getting a bit sensible of my old age, I think.
And finally, Rob, you mentioned around the Formula 2 was easy to do it on your own. So what's going to happen when you're in Formula 1? Are you kind of assembling a crack team of mechanics to come with you?
Sort of, yeah. There's a lad called Gareth Amar who used to race F2. He helped me last year and the year before with my Formula 2. There's quite a few others getting involved. So, I'm going to try and get my brother back on scene, but it's not, doesn't seem too keen at the
minute. Does he have nothing to do with stock cars now? Is he kind of, or is it just?
He'll come and watch every now and then, but I don't think he misses it. His little lad rides trials bikes, and so does he a little bit. And I think, you kind of, if you're not doing it and you've done it for a long time, you want to be trying to stay away a little bit, and then you don't get the bug back.
Yeah, but when he is at a Formula One, your Formula One startup, he might be a bit more. Ooh, all right.
Hopefully, yeah, we'll see.
Good. Rob, thank you very much for taking time out to talk to us this evening. It's great to see you coming into Formula One, and look forward to seeing your car when it's finished.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure. Thank you.